How did you outsmart and destroy your ex in family court? My ex-husband Lucien thought he could use our twin boys against me after I filed for divorce when I caught him cheating with his secretary. I'll never forget walking into his office that Tuesday afternoon, bringing him lunch like the devoted wife I thought I was, only to find her bent over his desk in a way that had nothing to do with filing paperwork. The gaslighting started immediately after I served him papers. He'd pick up Kai and Orin for his court-mandated weekends, then return them Monday morning with carefully crafted stories about how mommy's new boyfriend was mean to them. The problem was, I wasn't dating anyone. Hell, I could barely get through each day without crying. When I confronted the boys gently, they'd look genuinely confused. But Daddy told us to say it, 7-year-old Kai would whisper, his brown eyes wide with worry. Orin would nod solemnly, chocolate milk mustache making him look even younger and more vulnerable. Lucien had money, connections, and a law firm buddy who owed him favors. Within 2 months, he'd filed a motion claiming I was emotionally unstable and introducing inappropriate male figures into the boys' lives. His lawyer painted me as an unfit mother living a chaotic lifestyle. The custody evaluator recommended supervised visits after Lucien's polished presentation. I was losing my mind watching my 7-year-old sons being systematically turned into weapons against me. Then I noticed something odd that made my investigative journalist training kick in. Every incident the boys reported happened exactly 24 of 48 hours after Lucien picked them up, never during the peaceful weeks with me. The pattern was too precise to be coincidental. So I got creative, channeling every research skill I'd learned in my career. I started a bedtime journal with Kai and Orin, presenting it as a fun bonding activity. Every night we'd curl up on their bunk beds and write down 3 things that made us happy that day. Except I was secretly documenting their actual emotional state. Their honest laughter about playground adventures was a stark contrast to the rehearsed misery they'd report after visiting Daddy. After 3 weeks, a clear pattern emerged. The boys were consistently happy at my house, but their handwriting showed obvious stress markers after Daddy's house. Shaky letters, heavy pencil pressure, and guarded entries. The breakthrough came when Orin accidentally mentioned Daddy's practice talks during journal time. When I asked what he meant, Kai panicked and blurted out that they weren't supposed to tell me about question time. My heart both broke and soared, finally a crack in Lucien's facade. With careful questioning spread over several days, the truth emerged. Lucien was coaching them before every pickup, running through detailed scenarios of what to say about my house. He'd bribe them with Xbox time for remembering the stories correctly, making their lies into a twisted game. I documented everything with obsessive precision. Voice memos recorded immediately after each conversation, photos of their journal entries showing stark differences in emotional states, screenshots of my empty social media proving no dating activity whatsoever. Court day arrived like a reckoning. Lucien sat smugly beside his expensive lawyer, shooting me confident smirks. His lawyer presented their evidence with theatrical flair, reading the boys' coach statements about my supposed instability. Then I presented my evidence. 6 weeks of meticulously documented coaching sessions described in the boys' own innocent words. Audio recordings of them reciting Lucien's scripted stories, then immediately contradicting themselves when asked simple follow-up questions. The judge's face transformed from professional neutrality to barely controlled fury. Not with me, with Lucien. Her voice cut through the courtroom like ice when she explained that coaching children to lie in custody proceedings is considered child abuse in our state. Emergency custody granted to me that day. Lucien lost everything. Joint custody reduced to supervised visits only, $12,000 in my legal fees, and a formal reprimand for parental alienation. 6 months later, Kai and Orin are thriving. No more coached stories or rehearsed misery. They're just happy kids who feel safe telling the truth, building blanket forts and arguing over Pokemon cards like normal children should. Justice served, family restored.